Alright, let's get back on the Big Family Homestead build here. Alright, this is for Miss Krista. This is the mini skinner. Got the handles on, got them squared up, pinholes are drilled. Now those of you who watched my videos for a long time, you've seen this before, but I'm going to show you how I do it again so they get a chance to see. Now I cut my own pins. This is 1/8 inch solid brass, and the way I do it, get a rough measurement on them, nip them off with these cutting pliers. Okay, there's there too. Now this is 1/4 inch solid brass tubing. And I'll get me a mark on it. Would help if I had all my tools laid out, wouldn't it? We'll get an approximate length. Right about there will do it. Now 99.9% of the knives I build is all this exact same way. A lot different than some people do it, but that's the way I do it. Just cut that off. Hang on, let's clamp it in the vise where I can get a hold of it a little bit better. It's early, I've not had enough coffee yet. Alright, there we go. Now let's put the camera back over here. There we go, doesn't take much. Cut that off. There's your lanyard tube right there. I'm going to show you on this one. The other one is the exact same thing. It'll be the exact same way. And we'll talk about this handle a little bit more as I get into it more. Right, set that pin. It's bottomed out, and we'll put this pin. Now doing it this way, I'm not relying on epoxy to hold these in. Okay, we'll see, they're sticking out just a little bit on either side. What I'll do, take the ball of my hammer, ball peen, and I'm going to peen this over. And what that's doing inside the handle, it's expanding that brass. The brass is soft enough, it'll expand. And it will never, ever come out. Just like that. Now, see how much bigger it'll get? And it'll really tighten into that wood. If you put a pin in and the only thing that's holding it is epoxy, it's a good chance it'll fail and come loose at some point. There we go, just like that. Now we'll take the pin for the lanyard. Let it stick out a little bit on either side. Take my homemade scribe / spreading tool. Set it like that. What that does, that expands that out just a little bit. See the difference? And that will tighten this one in and will serve the same purpose as the other pins. You don't have to pound and wail on it. Just like that. Now we're expanded out. Now I'll go over here to the grinder, grind it off smooth, then we'll start shaping the handle. This one the exact same way. This one I'm shaping by hand because it's a smaller handle. This one will go to the router table. I'll look back on that video and I'll knock the corners off with it. Now this one is much bigger because Brad said he likes a bigger handle. He's one of them guys with them great big bear paws. So there we go. And we'll see another step here in a little bit. And there's what they look like, ground off. See the size difference than when we started? That's an 1/8 of an inch pin, probably 5/16 now. Pretty cool. Alright, now I'll shape this one, like I said, by hand, a little bit on the big sander, then I'll bring it over here and do it by hand. And it's still really early, and that router of mine is really loud, so I'll give it another hour or so before I make that much noise, because you can't hear that all the way to the house. So alright, we'll see some more here in a little bit. Alrighty, got this one shaped, sanded down to 320. Now this is figured walnut. Once the stain goes on there, it's going to be very pretty. Now this one, took it over to the router, knocked off the corners, chamfered them down good. Feels pretty good, just like it is. Then I'm putting in the chuckboard knife vise, and I'm just going to sand it lightly, make sure there's no sharp corners on it anywhere, and it'll be ready for finish. And it's going to be pretty. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Let's finish up the Big Family Homestead build here right quick. I've got the sheaves made. That is for Mr. Brad. This one is, and there's the knife right there. It's all finished up, ready to go. Now I was waiting on these screws. These are called Chicago screws, because I'd ran out of them. And what we get locally are not very good. Nobody has the steel ones like this. All they have is aluminum, and those just don't look very good. Now they wanted the belt clips like this, same kind of belt clip you get on a gun holster. Now we'll set them in there like that. Now the sheaths are done. I've already put them in got them done. I dip them in neat's foot oil, heated to about 200 degrees. Tighten that up. Tighten that one up. And what that does, it waterproofs, makes that leather very pretty, and there's no dye or chemicals, anything like that on there. That's just oil, neat's foot oil. Every now and again on your leather, but if it comes from here, you can take mink oil, rub it down, saddle soap, neutral shoe polish, anything like that. Now these are very sharp. Brad, be careful. If y'all watch Brad's channel, y'all know what I'm talking about. So. Oh, and on the handle on Brad's, I think I mentioned this before, both of the handles are matching figured walnut. This sharp finger, the handle is large, and I must answer that telephone. Alrighty, this one is finished up. Mr. Brad, you are done. Put a little lanyard on there. If you don't like this, just take it off. Some people like it, some people don't. It'll just help you get it out of the sheath easier. Now, I'll demonstrate how this works. Goes down on your belt like that. That's not going to come off of there. Need it, just grab it. Do what you need to do. Take it off. You don't have to take your whole entire belt off. Just like that. So there's that one. Now, Miss Krista, there's your sheath. There's the clip. There's your knife. This is a mini skinner. Much smaller knife. Ladies tend to have much smaller hands than us big old Neanderthal dudes. So fits in there very nicely. Now get the clip put on that one, and that will, I'll show you one final shot of everything all done, and that will conclude videos for the next couple of days. That last call, we will have a baby tonight. Yeah buddy, everything looks good as far as I can tell, except for the fact they will not let us go in there. Now Mama's going anyway with my daughter Amy, and I'm staying home. They're gonna have a lot of trouble keeping Mama and her sister out of there. And her husband is there, and he's about to have a stroke, so he don't know what to do. And I feel bad that I can't be there with him, but y'all know how the times are. We cannot live normal lives anymore. So anyway, I'm all thumbs. Let me get this put together. I'll show you a final picture, and this job will be done. Alright, here we go. All finished. Brad and Krista, I hope y'all enjoy these. I hope they are useful. That's what they're for, to be used. Take one more look at the blades. Now we'll put a light coat of oil on before I pack them up and mail them. There you go, that one there. And there you go, right there. Now, what else was I going to say about them? I don't know. Anyway, on the stamping, Brad, I put you a Marine Corps stamp on there. Jarhead. And, sorry. Miss Krista, I put you a duck or a goose, whatever that is, flying. I wished I had a stamp of a calf and a cow. I don't have one. I'll get one eventually. I had some horses, but y'all don't have horses, so anyway, that's that. Now, I look very much forward to the partnership with the Big Family Homestead, being their nice sponsor. You all give me a look, give my website a look. If you need something, let me know, and I can take care of all your cutlery needs. No matter what it is, I can do it. I'll make it. And if I can't make it, I'll find somebody that can make it. So. Alright, thank y'all for putting up with this long build, but I wanted to show pretty much every step I could. And the only thing I really didn't show was all of the leather cutting and all that, but that's very time consuming. And a lot of leather stuff out there. I do it just like just about everybody else does. All hand stitched, hand cut, hand everything. Now, thank y'all for watching. I encourage y'all to watch the Big Family Homestead. Great channel, great people. And with that, let's go have a baby. Thank y'all for watching. Let me go see what's going on in the house.